What's going on, guys? This is Restless Corpse from VirtualBromance. Today is day 20 of the 365 games, and in day 20 I'm playing one of my old favorite games from back when I was a teenager. This is Flashback, Quest for Identity. This was on the Genesis. I'm not sure if it was on any of the consoles. I played it on the Genesis. To tell you the truth, this was one of the first games that I ever played that was not an RPG that had an engaging and awesome story. It's a futuristic, like dystopian, cyberpunk story about a guy who erases, or he extracts and erases his own memory because he knows some shit that is going to get him killed. And when they come to capture him, he obviously doesn't know anything because he extracted his memories, but he left clues for himself to find out where he can get his memories back. And that's what you saw in the opening, was him escaping, and that's the opening of the game. This was made by Delphine, I'm not real sure how you say it, but it was the same guys that made Out of This World, which is also another phenomenal game from that time. But this was back when the Prince of Persia style games were pretty popular. The three I remember were Prince of Persia, Flashback, and Darkthorn. Darkthorn was also a pretty good game. If I can get my hands on that, I'll probably do a video. But what's funny about why I like this game so much is it was the first game that I ever played, other than like an FPS like Doom, where when you fired your weapon, it didn't have like little lasers and stuff. I mean, it looked realistic. You fired and it hit a wall, and you would see the bullet hit the wall, and that's about it. Like, as you'll see right here when I drop down and shoot this guy. You know, and that's such a trivial thing to be like wowed by, but back then that was a really big deal for me. I actually played through the game several times back in the day, and you know, it's these games kind of played like puzzle games, but they were, I guess, technically platformers. But the reason that I brought this game up is that they're actually remaking the game, and it should be coming out within the next month or so for the Summer of Arcade on Xbox Live. I'm pretty sure it's going to be on PlayStation Network as well. And I watched the gameplay trailer for that, or not necessarily a gameplay trailer, but a trailer for it, and it just looks fucking sweet. And you could tell in some of the cutscenes that they are drawing heavily from the first game. I think it's a remake instead of like a sequel or something like that. And what I didn't know at the time, when the PlayStation 1 came out, what I didn't know at the time was there was a game called Fade to Black. And now I rented Fade to Black, and I played it a little bit, and I didn't really like it. But what I didn't know was that it's actually a sequel to Flashback. And after I found that out, I went back and I played it and I finished it. I still didn't really like it that much, but it, you know, wasn't. It was a little better. Things like that, like story and fan service and things, generally make me feel better about a game. As you can see right there, I died. Now, in this game, when you die, you start over at the area, and you get codes, like where it said code Falcon. When you get the next one's code is Data, and that's how games back in the day kind of used to save your progress. Things like if you remember Metroid, you had to put codes in. If you remember Metal Gear, you had to put codes in, and it made it kind of tough. I mean, there's save stations in the game, but they're few and far between. But in any case, like I was saying, the new Flashback looks really good. I really can't wait for it, and I'm dumbfounded that people actually remember this game and are wanting to remake it. And as far as I know, it's the core group that made this one are actually helping or actually making the new one. So I'm pretty excited about that. I can't wait for the game to come out. I know that when it comes out, I'm gonna play the shit out of it. I'm gonna hawk it to all my friends. I'm gonna try to get Providence to play it. I know that he never played the old one. I was talking to Stephen Pasick from VirtualBromance earlier, and he had never even heard of the game. And that's something that I like to do, and that's kind of why I started the series. Is I like to if you know I like to spread that knowledge of these games and like indie games and old games and even new games, and just get people playing these games because they're awesome. I mean, obviously not every video or every game that I play on this series is going to be awesome, but when I do find a game that I really really like, I send messages to all my friends. I'm like, hey, pick this game up, even if it's not a co-op or a multiplayer game. In any case, that is it for day 20 of the 365 games. I'm Restless Corpse. This is Flashback: Quest for Identity. Now, if you like this video, or if you like Flashback, go ahead and slap a like on the video. Maybe favorite it if you want to show other people that people still play these games. And definitely go ahead and subscribe to VirtualBromance. And I guess I will see you guys tomorrow.